Footsteps on Fulham Road, moonlight on my pride. Wore this badge through highs and lows, never had to hide. Memories in Stamford breeze echo through my chest. Not every win is sweet, but I gave my all, no less. We sang through the rain, we danced through the pain. The pitch still remembers my name. Still blue through the silence and the roar. Still blue even when we don't score. I carry the soul of the shedding crew. You can't shake me, I'm still blue. Still here, still true. Woke up to the chance, paint cracked on my wall, but the pride in my heart never faded at all. Jersey frayed at the seams, but it still feels right. Been through darkest nights, still shining bright. We bled in the game, we rose with no shame. The bridge still whispers my name. Still blue, every tear and every cheer. Still blue, with my voice loud and clear. I carry the pride of the shedding crew. Win or lose, I'm still blue. From Drogba's fire to Reetz's run, we stood tall under every sun. Through Abramovich nights to new days begun, this heart beats for only one. Still blue, even when they don't believe. Still blue, every year we grieve and dream. I carry the hope of the shedding crew, born for this, I'm still blue. Still blue. Footsteps on Fulham Road, moonlight on my pride. Wore this badge through highs and lows, never had to hide. Memories in Stamford breeze echo through my chest. Not every win is sweet, but I gave my all, no less. We sang through the rain, we danced through the pain. The pitch still remembers my name. Still blue through the silence and the roar. Still blue even when we don't score. I carry the soul of the shedding crew. You can't shake me, I'm still blue. Still here, still true. Woke up to the chance, paint cracked on my wall, but the pride in my heart never faded at all. Jersey frayed at the seams, but it still feels right. Been through darkest nights, still shining bright. We bled in the game, we rose with no shame. The bridge still whispers my name. Still blue, every tear and every cheer. Still blue, with my voice loud and clear. I carry the pride of the shed and crew. Win or lose, I'm still blue. From Drogba's fire to Ritz's run, we stood tall under every sun. Through Abramovich nights to new days begun, this heart beats for only one. Still blue, even when they don't believe. Still blue, every year we grieve and dream. I carry the hope of the shed and crew. Born for this, I'm still blue. Footsteps on Fulham Road, moonlight on my pride. Wore this badge through highs and lows, never had to hide. Memories in Stamford breeze echo through my chest. Not every win is sweet, but I gave my all, no less. We sang through the rain, we danced through the pain. The pitch still remembers my name. Still blue through the silence and the roar. Still blue even when we don't score. I carry the soul of the shed and crew. You can't shake me, I'm still blue. Still here, still true. Woke up to the chance, paint cracked on my wall, but the pride in my heart never faded at all. Jersey frayed at the seams, but it still feels right. Been through darkest nights, still shining bright. We bled in the game, we rose with no shame. The bridge still whispers my name. Still blue, every tear and every cheer. Still blue, with my voice loud and clear. I carry the pride of the shed and crew. Win or lose, I'm still blue. From Drogba's fire to Ritz's run, we stood tall under every sun. Through Abramovich nights to new days begun, this heart beats for only one. Still blue, even when they don't believe. Still blue, every year we grieve and dream. I carry the hope of the shed and crew. Born for this, I'm still blue. Still blue. Still blue. Footsteps on Fulham Road, moonlight on my pride. Wore this badge through highs and lows, never had to hide. Memories in Stamford breeze echo through my chest. Not every win is sweet, but I gave my all, no less. We sang through the rain, we danced through the pain. The pitch still remembers my name. Still blue through the silence and the roar. Still blue even when we don't score. I carry the soul of the shedding crew. You can't shake me, I'm still blue. Still here, still true. Woke up to the chance, paint cracked on my wall, but the pride in my heart never faded at all. Jersey frayed at the seams, but it still feels right. Been through darkest nights, still shining bright. We bled in the game, we rose with no shame. The bridge still whispers my name. Still blue, every tear and every cheer. Still blue, with my voice loud and clear. I carry the pride of the shedding crew.
Yes, good people, big up to all of you. Welcome once again to Chelsea Perspective. Welcome for another edition of the Blue Morning Show. I do hope you're all doing well. We have 35 people already following the show. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. 5 likes, but we can do a lot better than that. Today we'll talk about Garnacho once again, Xavi Simmons once again, Nicolas Jackson, Renato Viega, Raheem Sterling, Ben Chilwell. Not a lot, but as usual, because we keep it interactive here, chances are we'll talk a lot about the little item we have lined up because we keep it interactive. It's not about the panelists, it's about those in the live chat and those on the panel. But thank you to the captain of the community in Constantine then for finding the time to join us this particular morning. But it looks like he's using the Walmart internet connection this morning. I can tell from the signal. But that's by the way, Dante. I do hope you're doing well, and thank you once again for joining me on the panel. Yeah, big up to you too. Sorry. Oh, okay. And even worse version, right? I'm not sure what's wrong with me, but go ahead. Yeah, I think that's the winning time, really. Yeah, it's a good time. The difference is that I have to wake up early, like 2 a.m. to do some research and see if I, yeah, but yeah, but that's fine. I'll get used to it. The difference is that yeah, I'll always try to go to bed earlier than usual, which yeah, very difficult because I still have to do other things like read, but that's fine. I'm getting used to it once again. But that's by the way. Let's say hello to those in the chat and start addressing the items we have lined up here. Cole Palmer here, Nehemiah Fowler, we know that's you. He says he'd rather we go for Lookman, not a bad one, and I don't think his salary is huge right now. But the question is whether we'd be willing to accommodate a player at his age. Every like pushes Chelsea closer to victory. Have you hit the like button yet? 6 likes already. We should be doing a lot better than that. We still have 20 people following the show on YouTube, which simply means if half of you take a second to drop a like on the video, we'd have at least 10 likes, but we don't have that currently. So I'm not sure why that is happening. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. All right, and Shay Wendy here says, okay, thank you for reposting the stream. Sincerely do appreciate that. You almost always do that, and I cannot thank you enough. So thank you for doing that. So Dante, what was I gonna ask you once again? Somebody talked about Lookman, yeah, because we don't have that lined up. His proposed potential move to Napoli is it Napoli or Inter Milan? Uh, has fallen through. Is he a player I mean, you would like us to go for? If you had to choose between him and Garnacho, what are you going to do, Dante? Let's hear you.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you too well. Did you say Lookman?
Yeah, Ademola Lookman, yeah.
Lookman, yeah. Look, I think how old is he now? He's 28, I think, or something like that. 28,
Hmm.
29. So I doubt we'll go for him. I'm not sure if we'll go for players like that.
I don't see
Uh,
that happening either, but go ahead, yeah.
yeah, at the moment, I don't think we're at that stage. And I mean, look, he's a really good player. He's not really like a superstar type of signing, so I don't think we would go for someone that age. No real estate value, and one of the more obviously would be the pretty much the most mature guy, the oldest guy in the group. So I don't think we would go for a player like that at the moment. So no, I doubt it very much. I do like the way he plays. You know, he's strong, runs with the ball,
Very
is quite
direct.
strong. Great shot on him. He's got a good pass as well on him. He can assist, but mostly he can score. So he's really good at scoring. But again, he's one of those very similar to Nkunku, like an SS, you know, second striker, not really a striker, not really a 10 either, because he doesn't create enough. So yeah, it's got to be in the right system. And I don't think Chelsea is that for him. We don't play with that type of a second striker basically like that. So I don't think he'll suit us too much, to be honest, and not quite sure he'll suit the Premier League too much either.
I think it will. He's played in the Premier League already, and he did relatively well, in my opinion, in the
He
Premier
did
League.
okay. He couldn't do much, and that's why he left as well. So that was one of the big reasons he left. And obviously, going to a slower league where you can really, if you've got a bit of speed and pressing and that, and he went there and he shone there. He very well there, but I think that's why one of the reasons he left as well. To shine somewhere else. He wasn't quite doing it. It wasn't quite for him. Now he's a bit more of a late bloomer as well. So of course, because like I said, he's a bit more mature as well. He's in his prime now. So yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think he did that well, and I think that's why he left as well. He realized, and it was a great move for him because I mean, look what he's done in Italy. So yeah, he's won quite a lot, and been a very important player for Atalanta there.
All right, just quickly, we have 42 people following the show on YouTube, a total of 142 on YouTube. The rest are shared between X and Facebook, whether equally, I do not know. But here's the thing, irrespective of whether we have 10 people or 50 people or 80 people, 100 people, we will select a winner for the kit giveaway promised when we won the Club World Cup. Right now, we have 30 people, it doesn't matter. But it will be, again, we'll use an automated process that comes with a Nightbot. So you be the one to help us select a winner. We have one entry right now. I'm not going to give the secret, but I'll explain. All the people in the chat, to get a chance to win the Chelsea kit, you'd have to participate in the conversation in the chat. You'd have to stay active until a certain minute. Then once I hit choose, it will choose. I will choose whether to share the screen when I do that. Nothing sensitive is showing there, so there's a chance I'd show the screen when we select the winner. But that's by the way. Before I go to Victor to speak, let's see what.
That rules me out then, coach. Then I'm not in the chat. I can't participate. I'm not
No,
going to get the shirt.
even if you win it, I'll cheat.
I know you would cross me out anyway. You wouldn't
Yeah.
give it to me anyway. I know.
So we have before I go to Victor, let's hear SMT8HH. I say, so please take Garnacho off of us for 16 million. We're not going to pay you anything close to, we may be close to 50, but I don't think we'll go north of 50. But that's just my opinion anyway. Victor, let's hear you. Demola, Lookman, or Garnacho? I'd say stick with Garnacho. Maybe probably driven by the fact that I know that the club will not go for we'll not go for what's his name, Lookman, because he's not a free agent either. He's not. It's just that he had a falling out with the manager at the time, and the relationship, has gone down south. So he just had to leave. But let's hear you, Victor.
Yeah, Coachella, good morning.
Good morning to you too, big up.
Ademola Lookman is a good player. He's a wonderful player.
But I don't expect you to say he's a bad player because he's Nigerian. right?
And he did well. I mean, he did well as a
No, but
Nigerian.
he's a
He
good player.
won.
Jokes
Yeah,
aside, he's a good
yeah,
player.
yeah. He's a good player. Though he didn't make it big while playing Premier League. Yeah, and he went to Italy, Atlanta, and he performed well too. He performed very well. But he's 20. He's 28 now, and I don't think that Chelsea will be looking for such player now. No, I don't think so. Let's be, I don't know the this thing concerning Garnacho now. I don't know how far we have gone for Garnacho, but Adomala Lookman is not the kind of player we need now. No, he's a good player, but not a Chelsea type of player. Yeah, I prefer Garnacho to him. Yeah,
All right.
Lookman is a good player. He can run with the ball. He can score. Yeah, very good, but not no. I'm not going
Did he
for
score
him.
a hat trick in the final, or was it just a
Yeah,
hat trick? Yeah,
yeah,
conference league
he
final,
scored.
right?
Conference
Was it
League final,
conference league
yeah.
or Europa League?
Yeah. It seems Europa League, yeah. It seems Europa League. It seems Europa League. He scored hat trick, yeah.
All
He's a
right.
good player. He's a good
Mhm.
player, wonderful player. But not no Chelsea, no, not Chelsea type of player. No. Let's continue with Garnacho. I don't know our situation now, but it's our type of player. I prefer
All
Garnacho.
right. All right. This here says that there's a promise from Chelsea behind the scenes to make an official offer to Leipzig, a son for Javi Simmons. They must have a very, very good relationship that they rely on a gentleman's agreement, Dante. But you could argue not a difficult gentleman's agreement because if Javi ends up staying, good for them.
Yeah, look, official just means they haven't lodged it, with UEFA, etc. So, the clubs can have an agreement, all that signed and everything. It's just not an official, it's not made official because, like I said, they're waiting for certain things to happen from us, maybe from them as well. And we do have a great relationship. So, but yeah, no official bid. You can't put an official bid in because once you do that, you have to do the deal. So no, they're holding back on that, and that's why it's worded like that everywhere you see. Everywhere it's official bid. So yeah, no, I think it's like I said. I think the deal's done. In my personal opinion, we're just waiting to move our players. Like I keep saying, we need to move a couple of players off our list so we can register him. So yeah, we'll wait and see what happens. But don't be surprised as soon as that happens. Once you see an announcement for a couple of the players leaving, which hopefully is very soon, you'll see probably the next day or that same day. Here we go, or an official bid for him straight away. So yeah, let's just hope that gets done quicker than very quick, so we can get with the team, start training, and start building together.
Yeah, I'll come back to. You've heard me say 1,000 times that he's probably going to be one of the most important signings for us for multitude of reasons. One, he will reduce the creative burden on Cole Palmer. He's an excellent player, and as good as he is, he contributes a lot defensively, which is something that is not very common with players that are as good as he is. Usually, those type of players they lack. They don't contribute a lot defensively, but he does, and he wins the ball a lot in the final third. But before I come to you to talk about that, just give me 1 second here. We're not taking Garnacho, keep him, and I have my bro in the house in the void. Always nice to see you, the vibe. I do hope you're doing well. It's been a minute. Hopefully, your absence simply means that you've been busy, and if that's the case, we're happy for you because bills don't pay themselves. And once again, remember we have 57 plus people following the show on YouTube. We will select a winner for the kit we promised the community the day we won the Club World Cup, and it will be an automated process. But I have to click on choose a winner. Right now, we have 3 participants. But here's the rule: you must be a Chelsea fan. You must prove that you're a Chelsea fan to get the cash equivalent or maybe the kit itself. Basi Owen it's in the list now. The vibe is on the list now, and then SMT8HH, quite clearly not a Chelsea fan. He's on the list right now. So if I click choose a winner, it will choose one. There's nothing sensitive here. So when I'm ready to do that, I think I can actually comfortably share the screen. but I don't know if for this particular application, if I can open it in another system. I think it has to be the same system, but I'll find out. Whatever it is, we'll do. But keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Join us on YouTube to get a chance to win a brand new Chelsea kit. And yeah, this one will come with a Club World Cup badge. But thank you for joining us. So Dante, go ahead. Okay, one more thing. Basi here. I says, good morning, bro. Please let Chelsea management look into defense. I think they will look into whatever the manager wants. The vote. Just participate in the chat. If you're participating in the chat, you're part of the draw. It's as
Careful,
simple as
coach. Your
that.
voice is going to go if you go that high. Be careful.
you the all right. I agree, Dante. Thank you for looking out for me. But did I ask you the question yet? You've talked about the relationship. What did I ask you?
Just about Javi Simmons, how he fits in.
Yeah. How he, for me, in my opinion, he probably going to be one of our most important signings.
I agree, yes, and that was evident on the weekend as well. We saw that Jamie Giddens is a great young player. He's a touchline winger and will do amazingly for us in the future in games that suit it as well. In games that are a bit more open, that there's space to run into against certain opposition. Javi Simmons, if he was here, he would have played in that game.
Let me just quickly. Let me give
Yes.
you guys a secret. The machine that's going to select the winner is also paying. If you don't like the video, you're not going to be added to the entry.
Oh, okay. Must
Yeah, and I like that a lot.
And be subscribed as well, of course.
Yeah. Oh no, if you're not subscribed, you're not winning anything.
Yes.
Go ahead, Dante.
So yeah, I think Javi Simmons would have been here. He would have played in a game like that against Crystal Palace. They sat deep, and you need a player like his skill set. He can play left wing. He can play attacking midfield. He can play right wing if you really want him. Second striker if you really need to, but we don't really do that anymore. So yeah, on the left wing, he would have started, and I think he would have really helped us break down that low block, that those extra defenders that.
And he
Crystal
can shoot
Palace
from
have.
outside the box too.
And he's got a great shot from outside the box. Like you said, he works very hard defensively, so defensively is not a problem. Pressing is not a problem. So yeah, look, he would have fitted in perfectly for a game like that. And they're the games we struggled, and we struggled the last season as well in that December period. A lot of people were saying, "Oh, we've got an easy run through that December period. We got easy." I looked at it though; it's all low block teams, most of them. So I'm like, that's actually going to be probably our hardest run because that's probably our weakness, breaking down low blocks. So we saw that a little bit as well against Crystal Palace. It's still a little bit of an issue, but a player like Javi Simmons, more technical, can help with that quite a lot because he would tuck in next to Palmer as a 10/left wing, and he does drift to the left, like you said, quite a lot in his play. So with Cucurella overlapping, so he would be perfect for when we play teams like that want to sit back deep, that play with five at the back. You need a player like that because your wingers will struggle in systems like that, especially ones that are out and out wingers like Jamie Giddens, Garnacho if he comes, players like that, where they like to take the man on, run into space, and basically would be isolated one-on-ones and stuff like that. So, look, Giddens still did not bad in my opinion. He got past one man, but then the problem is you got two or three people there on that side when it's that type of system you're coming up against. And then that's when you got to turn back or you get stuck. Now, Javi Simmons will be very different. He'll come inside, go wide, but he's so technical. His head is always up. He's not looking to run fast and take a man on. He's scanning the field, and he's got that high IQ, which we need. He sees people making runs. He doesn't want to take his man on first. It's a bit different. So basically, to break down low blocks, a player like that, technicality, smart, head's always up, looking for the assist first. We need against low blocks, we need a player like that because, as we saw, we struggled a little bit against that, even though it was the first game of the season, introduced a new player, etc. We'll still struggle against low blocks a little bit if we don't have a more technical player playing on that side, when we need it. So you saw Esteval when he came on. He was the technical player. He did very well as a technical player in that system.
Under a few minutes, we could see that. I think you could say it'd be a good correct to argue that we would have been better off having him on the pitch from the start.
Yeah, exactly, and that's exactly right. Technical player, very similar like that. They can make things happen. So, yeah, look, we definitely need him on the left-hand side, especially. So, Maresca would love him, of course. He definitely wants him for that reason as well. I can definitely see that happening. He's so versatile. It's a perfect player to have against systems like that. So, yeah, look, Esteban could have started. Yeah, I guess he just didn't want to put the pressure on him to start his first game. Um, obviously, Pedro Neto did pretty well as well. He played really well. So, he was one of our better probably players on the day. So, yeah, look, um, hopefully it happens soon because we need that profile desperately. And of course, the big one, if Palmer gets injured or something, well, then we don't have anyone there really. Well, Esteval can probably fill in that role, and we did see in the preseason he
But
did
that's
play
not
there.
traditionally his thing.
Not traditionally his thing, but he does said that that's where he wants to play eventually. He wants to be the 10. That's his position that he wants to make inside. He wants to play as a number 10 inside.
But
So
looking at, okay, let me ask you this: looking at the way he applies himself on the pitch, uh, do you think he'd do well in a central position, like in the 10 position?
yes, because he's smart and he's technical and head up, always scanning the
I
field.
don't know much about his passing range and vision.
We don't know too much yet, but I've seen it quite a lot with his team. He's done it, playing with his team in Brazil. So I've seen it there happen. So he can definitely do it. And you saw Maresca, like I said, in preseason, he played him there when Cole came off. He came on and he played in that 10 position. So
And
that
he
tells
had
you they're
one good
already
opportunity to score, but he missed it.
exactly. So you're
Across, I
already
think I
seeing
remember
that.
across from Gittins.
Correct. Yeah. So you're already seeing that he's already put him in that 10 position to start, making him probably working in training in there already. So, but that will just, like I said, Simmons coming in, that eases that burden even more. We've got another player that can play there just in case. So he's a very important signing, in my opinion. We need to get it done. Yes, I'll be very, very disappointed if we don't get this deal done because I think he could make a massive difference to what we do this season.
Yeah, once again, we have 134 people in total following the show, 68 on YouTube. The rest is shared between the X and Facebook that equally Coachella doesn't know. But here's the thing, the secret, you have to join us on YouTube. Be sure you subscribe. Be sure you like the video. Then you'll be entered. The entries now, we have how many names here? 7 entries. Or not Dennis B, Cole Palmer, Okaredi Emmanuel, Jimatan 835, Basi Owen, The Vibe, SMTHH. And if you win, you'd have to prove that you're a Chelsea fan. There are ways we can find out. Then we'll
On X.
send you the kit or the cash equivalent. If you live like in Canada, I'm not going to guarantee you we can ship it to Canada. We'll send you the cash equivalent. I've had that issue before. But right now we have 7 entries. Here's the secret. If you join us on YouTube, be sure to like the video. Be sure you're subscribed to get a good chance of winning. So good luck to everyone in the chat, but keep dropping the likes on the like on the stream, and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. The likes do go a long way. Dante, were you still saying something and I cut you off?
No, I'm saying you can find out on X. They're all on X anyway. If they're a proper Chelsea fan, but you can easily, we'll find out on X if they're a Chelsea fan.
Yeah. Okay, here, Jimatan835 says, a promise is irrelevant. Xavi Simmons is irrelevant. Chelsea will always just be a preseason team, a preseason champions. And saying, oh, yeah, this person definitely not a Chelsea fan. Yeah. Let's see. Okaredi Emmanuel say, please, I just want to know if Chelsea have completed the signing of Javi Simmons. I mean, the chance, you could say the possibility is high. I'm not sure how else to phrase it. I'm not sure what would be more relatable to you. But Houston, there's a good chance he comes to Chelsea. And I'd say go to the extent of saying, let me stick with what Fabrizio said, 85% to 15, leaning towards him coming to Chelsea. And in terms of the promise is irrelevant, said by, is it Jimatan 835? Listen, let me say this. You could say the statue of the two clubs involved in conversation about the player, you could say they're bound by that strong relationship. It's not like two friends, even friends, when friends promise each other something, it depends on the sort of friendship we're talking about here. But this is a business relationship. Sometimes you don't need to sign a document. Your word is enough, and you don't want to be in the again in the in bad again. You don't want to ruin it by promising something you cannot do, because chances are tomorrow you'd want one of their players, and because of what you did in the past, they're not going to listen to you. It's really that simple. But the Corredi Emmanuel, yeah, just stay hopeful. Please say Silva should start our next game. Blue is the color. Thank you, Bassi Owen, for saying that. I think he starts. Maybe not. I don't know. But eventually he'll become a regular. Victor, I don't know. You have anything you want to add to that? Did we lose him? Is he there? Okay, his internet signal is right. So probably we're not going to hear him even if it's here. Um, All right, let's move on. Whenever he rejoins, he can start talking. So this series, Chelsea have rejected offers for Renato Viega from Spain this summer, and the three clubs in England are in the market for him. The rejection probably down to how much they offered. I don't because if they offered something good enough, I think he'd be gone by now. But probably they didn't offer enough, and I bet that's the case because we're talking about Spanish teams. But let's hear you, Dante.
Yeah, we'll see. If it happens, Villarreal. They sent an offer, but it was quite low, so we rejected that offer. So yeah, look, I don't know if they're gonna pay. They don't usually pay that much, to be honest. I don't think they would pay what we want for him. So might be surprised, but I doubt it very much. They will pay what we want, 35 million for him. Yeah, I think they bid 20 million or something like that. So they're quite a way off. They're trying. A lot of teams will try. Italian teams, some Spanish teams, but they'll try with low offers because they've got nothing to lose. They'll just try anyway.
And
But
probably with the belief that as the window winds down, we'll become desperate enough to sell him uh, for a cheap.
exactly. So they will try, I mean, you can't, they have to try, I guess. Sometimes they hit, people, sometimes clubs are desperate, but we're not that type of club anymore to do that. Uh, you know, we sell very well, and the system we've got set up is so we can sell very well if things don't work out. So yeah, we're not selling that low a player like that of that quality. So um, we have to wait, move on. We'll see who comes in. Someone will eventually come in, I think, because he's too good and he's very young and a little bit versatile as well. So I think he will get done. It's just finding the right home for him and finding someone that will pay the amount that we want. And there is plenty of clubs out there that should be after him, but a lot of them are playing this chess game as well, obviously, because they know the situation we're in at the moment.
Again, the belief that will become desperate as the window winds down. And I wanted to ask you this: whose fault is it really? Is it really that we have him on the market? I'd say his fault. But
His own
again,
fault.
at the same time, it's important to see things from his perspective to understand that he was looking out for himself for his Portuguese national team future, which he could have been just be patient. If you play in the area that we signed you for and become really good at it, then the Portuguese national team manager he'd have no option than to start you. But go ahead.
I think if he was patient, he still would have got a lot of games. He would have been a champion of a conference league. He would have played in that because he played early on every game. So he would have played in that. Maresca stuck with most of the players that played early on. He's stuck with most of those. So I think he would have played. He would have won that. Probably the Club World Cup as well. He would have been involved quite a bit there as well. So he probably still would have been in the national team. I don't think that's a doubt. But look, you got to look at the player side as well. He got an offer he couldn't refuse, basically, because Juventus came in. You're going to be our starting centre back. Now, Juventus is a massive club, especially in that side of Europe. It's a massive club. So the exposure helped him, of course, and he kept that. He got that opportunity and kept that position in the Portuguese national team because of it. So yeah, once you get a taste of that, and you want to stay there. And let's not forget he won with Portugal as well. So uh, it's pretty hard to go back. So I think Maresca, he would have had a few words with Maresca. Maresca wasn't happy, he left. Who knows what was said? Maybe coming back as well. Who knows what was said? And yeah, Maresca's not going to bring him back.
He
He'll
tried to convince him to stay by making it
exactly, yeah,
clear publicly that he likes him and he wants him to stay.
exactly. So he did. Obviously, some stuff was said. Maybe who knows what the situation is? But I can tell you, Maresca will not have him back. He will want to set up an example and a
I
precedence.
wouldn't either. As much as I understand he was looking out for himself, I would not have him back but that's
Exactly.
me.
I wouldn't either. You have to set that example in the dressing room. You can't do that and then expect after the same thing happen again, because you've already done it and then you've accepted it. So no, you have to put your foot down basically. And even if he's a good player and we need him in that position now, you have to put your foot down and really hold your guns, because otherwise you set a bad example for going forward. And Maresca is not that type of coach. We saw how he handles everyone. Chilwell, Sterling, he's not the type to turn around back and say no. I don't think he's that type. People say Shalaba is the same, but no, it's not the same. It's very different in my opinion. So yeah.
It's not the same. Uh, not the same in any way. But his case, he was the one. You could argue. I don't. I wouldn't blame anybody that interprets that as him jumping ship. Really.
No, he wanted to leave. Obviously, he was talking
Yeah.
to Juventus as well. I think that's also part of it. He would have been talking and his agents and himself to Juventus without probably Chelsea maybe knowing either. I wouldn't be surprised if that had happened as well.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Vicky, I see you're back. You had a connection issue, and we'll talk how we'll find a solution to that. But Vic, the question, I don't know where you want to come in. Have you been listening? Whether you want to come in?
Yeah, when Dante was talking about Javi Simon, I was trying to ask, okay, which position is his best? Which position does he play? That's his best position. Is he 10 or he's a winger? Or I don't really know his position as a player. Which position does he play well as a player? Because I've not watched him so well, so I don't know his ability. But the way people are talking about him, it seems he's a wonderful player. But I don't know the position he's played. If he plays okay, he's because people say some guys say that okay, Palmer is the person playing his wing. So then I was like, okay, if Palmer is playing his wing, how is he gonna have a game time if he comes to Chelsea? Or I don't really know. I don't really know. That's
That's
the
a, to
question I
me a
wanted to
serious
ask him.
concern
That's
for
all.
you, because I think this is the third time you're talking about how Simmons is going to get game time. I don't think Palmer benches him. If anything, at worst, they'd be rotated. But I'd see them both starting in the same, again in the same both being on the pitch at the same time, because he tends to drift to the left. Palmer tends to drift to the right. That's not a concern for me. But leave it to Dante to answer that question, because yeah, clearly he was the one you asked the question. So here's the thing for the giveaway. If I'm not able to share the screen, because it looks like I opened the system for the giveaway in the one. I opened the application for the giveaway in the system, the front system. It looks like it's restarting the process. But that's, by the way, I can take a screenshot and show the winner later on. Here's the thing: if you stay inactive, it will show that you're inactive. For instance, Okeredi Emmanuel is inactive. The Vibe is inactive. SMTHX is inactive. You have to be constant. You can say involved, or until a winner is chosen. Otherwise, it will cancel you out. And I like that. Actually, I think this is how we're going to be doing it, and not somebody coming and win something and just zoom out immediately. So yeah, we have how many people inactive right now? Okeredi Emmanuel, Jimanta, the Vibe, and SMTHH. So listen, and the rule is you have to also like the video. You have to be subscribed. And once we do the draw, you'd have to prove that you're a Chelsea fan to get the kit or the cash equivalent. Okay, so let me make it clear to all of you. But that's, by the way. Let's see what else we have here. And Basion is saying, please answer vote. Okay, we've read that. And the Vibe here is saying, we hope that that machine got better accuracy than Jackson. Okay. I'm seeing Villa wants Jackson. I don't think they can afford him. I've always thought that's the case, but we'll get to that in a bit. We needed to sign them already. It's not going to be easy. Oh no, Dennis B. Let's see what happens. And Basio, when I love Chelsea with all, he says he loves Chelsea with all his life. Blue is his best call. Congratulations, you made the right. You're making the right choices in life. Do not start SFO. It's up to the manager. I don't care who starts. Markin New, nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well. Big up to you and thank you for finding the time to be part of the conversation. Big up to you too, Jay, aka Mishit Bashawai. What else do we have here in the BCO? Please, any news on Simmons? We'll get to that in a bit. Just stay tuned. Chelsea will still draw or lose on Friday. In the BCO, okay, we'll see. Just be here so that we can talk about it. All right. Let's hear you. Bobby, where do you want to comment? We've talked about Renato Viega. We rejected offers from Spain for him. I think two items. One, the second item here. The first item we talked about Xavi Simmons. I promise that we'll make an official offer for him soon. And yeah, gentleman's agreement. But that's by the way, Bobby. Let's hear you before we move on to the next item. I think we
Coach,
have
just before Bobby comes in, let me answer Victor's question. I forgot to.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I already asked it. I didn't know you haven't answered, but apologies. Go ahead.
Yeah, just in case you forgot there. Yeah, Victor, look, he plays in that 10 position, but he also plays left wing position as well because he drifts inside. So if he comes to Chelsea, he will definitely be playing with Cole Palmer in the same field. He'll probably be that left winger against low blocks, and will tuck inside when Cucurella overlaps.
A
And
hybrid of 10 and a
hybrid,
winger.
and you might see in certain matchups, like we saw at the Club World Cup, he might play in that 10, and then Palmer will move to the right, and he'll play in that right wing, and then tuck in. So it gives you plenty of options and versatility, and that's why he's a very good player. And he plays with his head up. He's always scanning the field, always looking to assist. So great shot on him, but he's very, very smart. So yes, basically very similar to Palmer when it comes to the IQ and stuff like that. So he'll definitely play together with Palmer. I don't. Maybe sometimes one will play at one, but most of the time I think he will play on the field with Palmer at the same time. So that is not a problem.
All
What's
right.
Bobby listening to?
Yeah, probably he was struggling to mute it. Yeah, Ebere, did that answer your question?
Yeah. He answered my question. Yeah.
But
So
he
we are
don't.
good. We are good to go.
Yeah, even at that, don't respect him. He doesn't know anything.
Huh?
Don't respect Dante. He doesn't know Jack. All right, we need to sign him, and we've addressed that one. Makim Neum, I've said hello to you. I want you on the panel if you have time. Mr. Bashwaya, I've said hello to you. Ndubisi Obin Nawanda, I've also said hello to you. And we have Patrick Joyce uh, and my puppy blue. Is that what you changed your name to? Big up, Coach. How are you? I can't complain. I hope you're doing well too. Nice to see you here. Yep, we haven't seen you in a while, but I think you've been consistent of late. But thank you, and thank you once again for finding the time to join us. So, Bobby, if you're still there, your thoughts on the two items I introduced you to before we move on to the next one. Let's hear you if you're there, Bobby. All right, here's what I'm gonna do here. We're not gonna use the new window because it restarts the process. So maybe the next time we're gonna use this system to do giveaway, I will use it in the monitor system rather the app system. But we're gonna use this one. Once we do the draw, I will take a screenshot and yeah, present the winner to the public. But I will mention the winner, of course, before I share the screenshot on X and on social media. I greet you too, brother. I do hope you're doing well. So we have 12 entries, but how many active users? We have one, two,
Sorry,
three, four,
didn't you
five,
hear me
six
when I
active
was talking?
users. Yeah, Bobby, we can hear you now. Go ahead. Let's
Oh,
hear
okay.
you.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, big up, guys. Yeah, I didn't hear what you were saying about Renato Vega,
That
but I,
we rejected offers. Is that a plural? We rejected offers from for Renato Vega from Spain. Probably multiple clubs, maybe. I don't know whether it was just a single club that presented multiple offers. And three English clubs in England are in the market for him. So
Hmm.
that's just the other one is that we promised Leipzig that we'll make an official bid for Xavi Simmons soon. Nothing much there, but if you have anything to say about that, you go ahead before we move on to the next item.
Yeah, there's a bit of a conundrum going on here. I think there's one of two things. Those offers were rejected either because they were too small,
Hmm.
or Chelsea are indeed rethinking not selling him. I don't take that off the table. I don't think they should be looking to sell him in view of the defensive problems that we have in terms of no Levi Colwell. It's a short term extension for a season for him would work in every which way. I look at this. Um, um, I see it as a solution every which way for Vega, for Chelsea, and indeed for a future sale. So let's see what happens. I don't subscribe to this. Oh, he's going, and that's that. I think that's very dogmatic and probably personal. And I don't think the club management and sporting directors are going to operate like that. They're having trouble getting rid of Nkunku. I mean, we're not even sure of that deal as far as Bayern is concerned. There's too much feet dragging. People are saying, "Oh, they're negotiating." No, I don't think Bayern are particularly sure they want him. That's why they're dragging their feet. Bayern is not a club that, if they really, really want someone, that they would do all this extra negotiating. So we have to wait and see what happens with those two. I think Chelsea's focus should be in getting rid of the fringe players. They've got to find a solution for Raheem Sterling, even if they give him away, Ben Chilwell, and well, one player that clearly is frozen out, Carney Chukwuemeka. I don't know why Carney is making his own transfer difficult by insisting on Dortmund or bust. He needs to be careful with that, because if he continues with that position, he could end up very easily spending at least half of the season training on his own in Cobham. So he's got to be a little bit more flexible, but we'll wait and see what happens there. There's a lot of waiting and to see what will happen, and that's not a good position to be in less than 2 weeks to the end of the transfer window. It's quite curious that things are looking like this.
Here's something I want to say quickly. If you understand Bayern's situation, you know that they're serious about signing Nkunku. But they're just not in a hurry, probably because they sense, you could say to an extent, they believe that we're kind of desperate. That's how I see it. And probably with the belief that can actually negotiate a lower fee. That's how I see it. In my opinion, they want him. If they don't want him, I don't think they'd be wasting time trying to sign him. The only issue, they're doing the same thing they wanted to do when they pushed the sign Trevor Chalobah. They want him on loan. I don't know whether with an option or an obligation for a permanent purchase. I don't know, but I think they want him. If they don't want him, they'd be working on other options right now. But that's just my opinion,
Um,
anyway.
I mean, it's not a ridiculous opinion. The interesting aspect I look at here is, if he's such a highly sought after player, somebody else would have come in to gazump them. As far as I see, nobody else wants him. The Italians kind of flirted with the idea, but they're broke ass, clubs over there. They can't pay for Jack. So who really wants him? No English club is really looking as if they're that interested. It's a scenario. You're right. They might think that if they continue dragging it out, he would be forced. We will be forced to reduce the price. But as far as I'm concerned, the club has just one thing to say about this. That is the price for Nkunku. If nobody meets it, Nkunku has to just continue to honor his contract. It's that simple, really. Yes, he has wages. Yes, he gets in the way of other deals. and that sort of thing. Maybe there are lots of other players that can also be offloaded. It's not just Nkunku
Hmm.
that is holding back deals, but if the others are offloaded, his position in the club, in the team, will be lost. If they bring in Simmons, he goes further down the pecking order. So it's really up to his agents to also help resolve this. I'm sure there are plenty of places in Turkey that may want him, and so on. He doesn't appear to me to be as highly sought after as
I mean, who
people.
would? He's now played quite a lot for 2 seasons actually, and when he got to play, he wasn't in brilliant form, in my opinion. But go ahead.
Yeah, when you say he's not played a lot in 2 seasons, well, whose fault is that, really? He's
He's
been
because he
injured,
was
actually.
not necessarily not his, to be truthful.
It is
Was out again on several occasions. Well, was out with a long term injury.
exactly. So, if his injury record is what's putting teams off, then it's unfortunate. It really is. Renato Vega, he has an overinflated opinion of himself. He took a loan to Juventus and suddenly felt he had arrived and that everybody and his dog would want him. Well, it's not turned out that way. Even Atleti turned their nose up at him. Atletico usually spend money on a player if they feel the player is all that. Clearly, they didn't think Vega is all that. Now he's left with a few mushroom clubs throwing silly low ball offers for him. I know what the solution is for Vega. I think it's very straightforward. Nkunku is more of an issue. And yet again, Jackson, another one. People think we're going to lowball for Jackson. The important thing is Jackson's already training with the first team. And I think he's quite aware that if nobody comes in with the price, he will remain at Chelsea. That's what he's preparing for. We've got to call the bluff of these people. We can't always make Chelsea, I'm talking of the club, look like, oh, we are so desperate to get rid of these guys. We shouldn't be. Man United have this issue, and the players they don't want are sat in the stands. Many a time, they've been doing that for years. I've mentioned many players that they've destroyed by bringing them in, not wanting them, and sitting them in the stands. Well, people may say, oh, well, United can afford to pay the wages and waste the money on the wages. Maybe so. But this season, Chelsea isn't exactly without money. So, although the money would be a waste on these players sat doing nothing, I would rather we take that position than get screwed by clubs that they know very well they can pay more, but they refuse to. So we should call their bluff and sit tight. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, well, um, what's the word that they use for the squads that have the players that have been bombed out? Our bomb squad, rather, those that train on separate days to the first team um, will be there living and well. It's unfortunate. I think a lot has to do with their agents as well. Their agents can't just put the onus on Chelsea and fold their arms. Well, maybe in the case of Raheem Sterling and Ben Chilwell because of the money they're getting. But the others, if they want to play football, if Renato Vega is serious about his World Cup place, he has one of two choices to make. Either you leave, and if you can't leave, come groveling back to find your way back into the team.
Yeah, thank you so much, Bobby. I appreciate you for that. I agree to you too. Since Salami, I'm not sure what to make of that particular comment, and I said something shady from some people, but I don't want to talk about that here right now. And for the entries, we have only active. How many? One, two, three, four, five. Five active participants in Odeku Olushala, Onu Nkem, Salami Prince, Patrice. Joyce and Patrice Joyce. Let me stick with that. Ndubisi will be and Mackin Newm has become inactive. Jay inactive. Numbeka inactive. On Dennis B inactive. Kopama inactive. Okaradi inactive. So yeah, but let's stick 5 active people in the chat. Those will get a chance to win. Should we do the draw now? But we're not doing the draw now. We'll give more people time to get a chance to win the kit. You'd have to stay active. You'd have to like the video. You have to be prove also that you're a Chelsea fan and be subscribed to the channel. But that's by the way, Onun Kem, thank you for joining, and greetings to Tekachila and
So
everyone on
sorry,
the
coach.
panel. You're all doing a great job here. That's according to Deko Lushala. Thank you for saying that. Bobby, go ahead.
Did you say what kit? Because as far as first team kits are concerned, I think there are two kits. This is the 120th year, and there's a 120-year kit with the badge showing that the
No,
nationally.
it's a Club World Cup kit.
Oh,
The
right.
win,
Mm.
yeah, yeah.
It's important to say that because that other one with the 120 years, that's quite popular as well. But a lot of people, I would have got that if I didn't get the Club World Cup one.
Oh,
But these things aren't cheap; they're blooming expensive.
yeah. Yeah. Okay. On game, Chelsea get Alejandro Garnacho, and Bobby is in the chat. Looks like Bobby wants a chance to win. If Vante wins it, he's not gonna get it. He knows what he has to stay where he should be. Better you should give it a try. Odeku Olushala saying 61 people watching, but only 14 likes. That's not encouraging, guys. We can do better. Everyone should please give it a like. Thank you for saying that. Yep, if half of you, 55 right now, like the video, we should have at least 25 likes. But usually that's the case. When we stream in the vertical format, we get a lot of views. We've had 18,000 views, 12,000, 11,000. It hovers between 10,000, 9, 8, and above. But we don't get a lot of likes because it's you can say a novice format for a lot of people. But here's what to do. Press and hold your screen for just about a second, then you see the option to like, comment, and share the video. And yeah, but thank you. Keep dropping the likes on the video. The likes that do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. Let's see. Next topic. Vic, anything else you want to say before we move on to the next topic?
Mm, the only thing I want to add is concerning Bayern Munich and Nkunku. I don't
Uh-huh.
think that Nkunku is that important for them. So that's it. That's
So
why they
you're
are
on the
not,
side. You're on
pursuing
Bobby's
him.
side.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
exactly,
I
exactly.
agree.
Yeah, I don't think they really need him. If they really need him, they would have paid and have him. That's just it. They don't see him as that quality they want.
Okay, I don't like you
He
anymore.
he's like, yes, it will be nice, but we're not going to break sweat to try and get this guy. And I think
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
fly they're
yeah.
looking around for alternatives. I don't think they're that sold on Nkunku, and he and his agents need to be aware of that. He's done that to himself. Well, you can say he wasn't responsible for his injuries, okay, but his performances when he did have opportunities, towards the later end of last season, didn't do him any favors. Yes, he had a good Club World Cup, but that's about it. You know, people would argue, oh, he could have gone in January. They were really wanted him in January. Yeah, but we couldn't afford to let him go in January. We had lost both of our strikers, and we had a plethora of other injuries. So that issue just doesn't arise. Brian aren't so hot for this guy. They want him, but he's not someone that they think they can't do without.
Hmm. All right, I'm still standing where I said. I think they're trying to get him for a lower fee because yeah, there's sense maybe to an extent that we're kind of desperate. Chances are you and Victor are right, and I and Dante are wrong. But I don't like Victor anymore. Why would they support Bobby? Um, yeah.
There's no real right and wrong in this one. It's just
No, no,
opinions,
no, no.
really.
You know how we operate, Bobby.
Yeah, yeah,
Definitely. It could be either. We don't know. We can only speculate.
yeah.
You know. But that's, by the way. Let's move on from the Renato Viega topic. I don't know. We we've not been hearing much about the future of the CC. He's gone under the radar for a while now. But let me read the topic. This is the Atlantic. I'm quite sure Vince, my bro, got this from the Atlantic. Is it called the Deal Sheet? I think that's what it's called. So this reads that Chelsea want to sell rather than loan Renato Viega, Axel Disasi, Carney Chukwuemeka, Raheem Sterling, Ben Chilwell before the window closes. That tells me I think the only players we're looking to loan out are players that we still want to keep. We loan them out with no option to for a permanent purchase. The expectation is that Viega and Disasi will be sold most likely within the Premier League. I don't want to sell us to sell Viega to any Premier League club. I think he will cook. But again, if you want to play a gun, you have no right whatsoever to dictate where they go. And it's up to him to choose where he goes. If he wants to stay in the Premier League, we cannot change that. Otherwise, we will be shooting ourselves in the foot. But that's my opinion anyway. Bobby, let's hear you seen some still with you before. Then let Dante round off on that one. If you have anything to say with this particular report, because it's just
On
yeah
the
something
Sassy,
we've talked about 1,000 times already. But go ahead.
I think it's a shame about the Sassy. I'm not sure why his transfer is taking so long. Um, he's not the greatest defender, but he's a good enough defender. I really think he's a good enough defender.
You sure that's not driven by your the fact you like his build, his like, he's powerful, he can be aggressive. You're sure that's not what's clouding your judgment there, Bobby?
Well, that's English football. It surprises me that nobody has come in for him. We haven't even heard
Well, he
any
had an
championship.
opportunity at Villa, but made a lot of mistakes.
Well, maybe the level of Villa is too high for him. Mid-table teams. When we say mid-table teams, he would fit into a West Ham or a Fulham or one of these promoted teams, Leeds or someone like that. You may say, okay, they have centre backs already. Even a championship side. I'm surprised, really. I'm quite surprised. There's, I think the publicity. This is just my opinion. I'm not saying it's the bad publicity that Chelsea fans sometimes give these players ricochets into the ears of those wanting to buy him. People listen to this stuff. I remember when we were going for KDH, even when we were going for Maresca, fans were listening to what other fans were saying about him. The club didn't listen, they did their work on him. But, these things carry a measure, a measure of influence. People were saying, oh, Maresca is a one trick pony. That's Leicester fans. Of course, they will
No,
play
a
him
lot of
down.
Chelsea fans picked up on that and ran with it.
Yeah,
I know a
yeah.
few
And
actually, a
where
few that are content creators that I respect a lot, and to my utmost surprise, they didn't look beyond the narrative to really see. Yeah, there are. You can say the basics of his approach remain the same, but there are things he does differently nearly every game. But go ahead, Bobby.
Yeah, I mean, it's Chelsea fans do negativity excellently, especially about Chelsea. So it's interesting. I think we as a group haven't done him any favors. Chelsea fans have made it look like um uh he's a very bad player. We highlight his mistakes a lot. And whereas, to be fair to Desassi, yes, his quality isn't up there with the best, but he had a lot of good moments. He wasn't that bad. I
But
just
with Chelsea, we cannot rely on only momentary. You can say,
well,
how do I phrase it? You can
I'm
say,
not. I'm not. I'm
yeah. Go
not
ahead.
talking. I'm not talking about him here at Chelsea.
Okay,
But
at okay, where he's got again at Aston Villa.
yeah, he's good enough for a transfer. I really think he's good enough for a transfer. Did he do that badly at Villa? I don't know. I didn't watch his games there. People are saying he did, but I don't listen to people because Chelsea fans are very good at regurgitating um, a lot of uh, regurgitating a lot of negative talking points. It's a shame. That's all I'm saying. It's a shame about him, and
Yeah,
I hope he gets a transfer, even if it's back to France, even if it's where else could he go? That would Turkey perhaps. Um, everybody calls Turkey as if it's a dumping ground for all the rejected players in the Premier League, which isn't fair. They have quite a viable league in that country. I don't know what the answer is for Desassi, but his agents need to do better because he's not going to play football at Chelsea.
yeah. I don't see that happening. Even he's not even capable of doing a Chalobah. In my opinion, I'm sorry to say that. Um,
Chalobah gets bad press.
yeah,
Chalobah is an excellent defender, and I'm so glad Chelsea are now with
I think the
Chalobah
person you should
all the
give the
way.
credit is Maresca.
Yeah, they're with Chalobah is a shoe in now. There's no question of them looking to to offload him at all, and neither should we. He's been very good for us.
Yeah, we shouldn't. Unfortunately for him, if we had Mourinho as our manager, I think he'd be one of his starting players. Because Mourinho is like you; he prefer that powerful, tall. Maybe he'd be able to help him deal with that momentary lapses in concentration, or you could say. And Mourinho don't play in a manner that he gets exposed, because what exposes him is when he plays you can say in under a manager that likes to play out from the back, because his biggest problem is that under the slightest of pressures, he panics, makes primary school level mistakes, because yeah, he's not that comfortable on the ball. But when he has a lot of space to operate, you think, yeah, that he's actually good on the ball. Unfortunately, and I don't think it's something that I'd be able to deal with right now. So we have just three people right now active out of 19 entries. Only three people are active in Rich Money Makers: Juju and Ebere Akunyo. Akun. Let me just go with Ebere. Even though I'm an Igbo man, I'm not able to pronounce the last name correctly. Apologies. So here's the thing. If you join the chat, you have to stay active. You have to like the video. You have to be subscribed to the channel to get a chance to win a Chelsea home kit, the one with the Club World Cup badge. And the process will be automated. Once I click on choose a winner, I will take a screenshot and show the community who won. I think it's telling me it will actually, the system Nightbot will announce the winner in the chat. So you have to stay active. Bobby is no longer active, or Deco Lushala not active, unknown Kim. A lot of people, out of 19 people, only three people are marked as active. So those
Active on what?
in the live chat session to get a chance to win the home kit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Thank you for that, Odeko Olushola, for saying that. Yep, let's have more active people. Yep, to get a chance. Yeah, increase the numbers. 51 people still following the show on YouTube, in total 140. 19 likes. We can do a lot better than that. Let's have more actives. Yeah, let's do that. For our club, it's not negativity. Who did anybody say you're negative? Nobody said you're negative. And the standard of a thing, I think, when people say having standards, or we don't have standards anymore, I've been I've I've had that urge to ask them, can you define standard? Because in as much as I don't want to insult anybody, some of them, that are saying, you can say the club don't have standards anymore at certain age in their respective lives, still live with their parents, and probably some don't have jobs, which is why they have too much time on the keyboard to say some rubbish online. So there are, again, when you see the negative, the section of the fan base that are negative, you'd know it's not a matter of having standard. And when they say standard, I'm not sure how they define that standard they're mentioning. I think they just probably, you can say, echoing what they've had the big accounts say. But nice to see you, Juju. I do hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining the conversation. And we have Rich Money Makers. Rich Money Makers here says that pick up everyone. According to my sources in Germany, they do need Nkunku because of the injuries. But this stupid UEFA deal is making deal harder. Big up legend Bobby. They will sign him. I think they need him too. If you understand their situation, I do think they need him. And yeah, the UEFA new rules for registration making things a bit more complicated too. Yeah. Spectacularly too. Thank you for joining. He deserves a mid-table club or a lower club. Bobby is agreeing with you. Juju is agreeing with you. Question for top analyst says Dante. Wow, you seriously bot licking Dante. You don't just like him. What is this? Who told you Dante is a top analyst? If you say that next time, I'm gonna remove you. All right, Dante. Here's a question for you. I just spilled my coffee hitting on Dante. Dang it! All right.
That's funny.
It reads a question for a top analyst Dante. Does loan deals help us sign players on the A list, e.g., Christopher Nkunku goes out on loan? Does that mean Simmons comes in? If not, then that's stupid. All right, I don't want to help with that question. Let's leave it for Dante. I think and you're correct, Dante. Football knowledge is top notch. But let's hear you, Dante.
Yeah, from what I know, you can loan them out. It's just got to be for a specific amount of time. But you can loan them out, and then they won't be registered on the A list. So, and that's why we tried so badly to loan off. At least if we can't sell them, we're going to try to loan off like we did last season, Sterling, Chilwell, etc. Worst case scenario, we'll loan them out. So, from what I know, loaning them out is good enough, but I'm not quite 100%. I have to look it up on the Article 31, which is that's that UEFA. That's the one they implementing. So it's a long article. You got to look at all the little things to see if that's exactly true, because nothing there is clear. Obviously, it's done by lawyers, so nothing there is exactly clear. But from what I know, yes, we can loan a player out, and that means they will not be registered on the A list. So if we can loan them out, that helps a lot as well. Yes.
All right, thank you for answering this question. Everyone hit the likes and also do subscribe. It's free and it takes just a second. Thank you for saying that, Rich Money Makers. What else do we have here? Baba Guriga, like INEC. Yeah, I agree. But standards is having the sassy discussion conversation should be about top players. But yeah, I mean, you have the right to, you could say, to construct your own definition of standard. It's okay by me. But that's, by the way, look at him. He just said excellent answer. Jesus Christ. Do you guys talk behind the scenes? What is this obsession really?
No, we don't. Yes,
No, I'm
you
just
know,
kidding. I'm just kidding. I
Rich
know
Money
he likes
Makers
you.
likes to. He's got a deep knowledge. He likes to learn the little things inside the game that a lot of people don't know, which is fine. If you read up on it, it's good.
Yeah, Victor. Again, you wanted to say something? Sounded as if I don't know.
I know. I was like laughing when you were, when you were saying when you were talking about Dante. I was
And
just
admit it, I
laughing.
don't like him, and he knows it.
He doesn't like me. Yeah. There's no chance. I can't even win the shirt. I
I
can't
don't like
nothing.
him. I don't like Bobby. I don't even want him to participate in the giveaway.
Yeah, nothing. Every
Yeah.
time he does a poll, if I put my answer in the poll, he
Oh,
takes my answer away.
oh my God.
Yeah.
This is
Even
I'm
Bobby's laughing
I'm
at
under
you.
attack here today.
Sorry, Bobby. What did you say?
I said I'm under attack here today, as usual from you guys. I know you don't like me. That's why.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
hatred runs deep, right? Okay.
yeah.
We have Liam Vince also quoting Liam Tuomi. He reads Tariq George could leave Chelsea on loan on a palm or permanently this month, particularly if Garnacho arrives. The club are working closely with his camp to find a club where he can play regularly. So the concern is his development. But a lot of people will just go by, yeah, they want to flip him for profit. I think he wants to play, and I think it's only fair that we do what's right. Uh, 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 you can say what would be good for his development, and I like what again. I like it. We don't. I don't think we should, out of selfishness, hold a player back by trying to keep them because they're good enough, or because of how much the fans like that particular player, and even though he'd be better off leaving and getting to play on daily, you can say regularly, and continue development properly. I don't know if you want to add anything to that. I think as good as he is, I think he still lacks a lot. That if he stays, he'd only be a bit part player, not going to play enough to continue developing properly. So it only makes sense that he leaves on loan. That's my opinion. Dante, let's hear yours.
Yeah, look, if Garnacho comes in, if Javi Simmons comes in, well, then yes, definitely needs to leave on loan because he's going to fall way down the pecking order. Right now, it's okay. He's basically that second, left winger. Uh, Even if Garnacho comes in, maybe, but if Javi Simmons, like I said, comes in, he will play that position a lot as well. So yeah, no, he'll need to, I think, to move on to go on loan somewhere and keep developing, where he's going to get a lot of game time. So he's another one that we are looking probably to move on a loan, try to find him a loan, maybe even a permanent. You never know. Like Leipzig are interested in that move, so we'll wait and see what happens. If we do a permanent, it will be with a buyback or with a sell-on clause anyway, so we'll cover that. But yeah, I think he needs to definitely move. If those two players are coming in, then 100% he needs to go somewhere and play more.
That's the best option for him.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. Victor, anything you want to say?
Yeah, Tariq,
While you
I think
speak, I'll
he's a
take
good player.
I'll take you can say 10 seconds break just to check on my daughter.
Okay, coach, go
I
check
should
your
go on,
dog.
right?
Yeah, go on. I just said I need 10 seconds break to check on my daughter. I'm a whole.
Oh,
Oh, we
okay.
can't. Go,
Yeah,
coach.
Tariq is a good player. He's a good player, and I don't think that when a player wants to play and maybe the opportunity is not there and he wants to leave, I don't think it's okay to hold them back. And Chelsea, as it stands now, has a lot of players, and Garnacho is coming, Javi Simon is coming, and I don't think that he will have that opportunity to play more. So if he wants to leave, if he has the opportunity to leave, let him leave, and if they can pay us the amount he wants, why not let him leave? So I'm of the opinion that okay, he should leave and find a better opportunity elsewhere instead of staying back and not play much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
if a player wants to leave, Chelsea won't keep him there. He'll definitely be gone. So if he's stated
And
that,
didn't we see address a particular report where he asked to leave,
he did an interview, he was doing an interview, and he was asked
and
that
people
question.
caught something
Kind of,
interesting during the interview, right?
yeah, he said something interesting, basically that yeah, he would look to go if he doesn't get the minutes, basically. So yeah, where Achampong was next to him in that interview said completely the opposite. So that's why people picked up on that. So um, yeah, look, it is what it is. Obviously, like I said, he'll fall behind the pecking order way too much if those two players come in, and then for his age and his current, yeah, he needs to go and develop more. So yeah,
Yeah, it does make
To
sense.
be
Mhm.
fair,
Go ahead, Bobby.
I know it's only one game, and I know effectively uh, uh, Um, Gittins needs time to develop and to settle, for sure. But if Tyreek George had played
Bobby, let
that,
me just say this quickly. And I know you say it as a good thing. Gittins will shock you. You don't seem to believe that he's ready. But maybe because you haven't followed him before he arrived at Chelsea, I think he will shock you. But go ahead.
look, I don't doubt what you're saying. Um, I um, I learned that from that. When you go and see these guys in preseason, um, you can you're getting them at different points in their match readiness and their conditioning. So some of them may show out better than others. I accept that. The KDH issue was an example, although crikey, the geezer took till the end of the season, but that was his first and only season with Chelsea. I get that. I'm just saying that had Tyreek George started or at least come on against Fulham, Crystal Palace, he would have probably done a better job than Gittins, which may have
I disagree,
facilitated his
but go
sale.
ahead.
Well, it's just how I saw them after having
Hmm.
seen them in the flesh. So I always use that as a bit of a barometer. But it is what it is. He didn't come on instead of Gittins, and we take it from there, really. But yeah, yeah. Tyreek George is quite clear with all this talk of Garnacho and so on, that he's going to be moved on. And I don't think it's a bad thing. I think he should go with a buyback clause, and it'll benefit all concerned.
You bet they will add that.
Yeah,
Sorry, Bobby,
that's
for
it. By
cutting
the
you off.
way,
Go ahead.
we've made some money. I think we have 25% of the sale of
Hutchinson,
Omar. Yeah, which is
nine
which is a
nine
good deal.
leagues, nearly £10 million.
Yeah.
All right, thank you for that,
It's a
Bobby.
little bit less than that, coach.
A little bit
It's a little
less,
bit less. People get
nine
that
point
one
four.
confused.
I think it was 9.4.
No, no, no. That's not correct. That's just
Okay,
people
that
getting
was
confused.
okay.
It's of the profit, so it's 25% of the profit, not of the total fee.
Oh,
Yes. So the profit, which is around 4 point something million, so it's actually the 25% of the profit of the sale. It's a sell-on clause associated with profit of the sale, not actual the whole sum of the sale. So it's very different. Yeah.
even that I don't like it, but thank you for that. All right.
Every penny counts.
Yeah, yeah, it does. Yeah, but he's
No,
just.
it's
I
still
think
very good.
it's
Yeah.
it's important to clarify that not 25% of the total amount, but from the profit. I never knew that was the case.
Yeah, a lot of people getting that confused, but it clearly states it's of the profit. So you have to, yeah, people just say that they see the amount, they just do a 25%, but no, no, it's not. It's of the actual profit made.
All
Yeah, it
right, thank
makes
you
I've
for
been
sense.
thinking
tweeting.
That's
that is
the same sort of
25% of the
like
total amount.
situation.
That's
Yeah,
I've always thought
that's
that's the case. Yeah, but
that's the same sort of Leipzig and the Xavi Simmons situation.
PSG. Ooh, so my calculation that probably they'll be looking for a lot more than 60 million, probably wrong. Yeah, because PGs they will not be getting quite a lot.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a little bit lower, but yeah, it's still
Mm.
significant, but a little bit lower. Basically half. But yeah.
All right, 20 likes. We can do a lot better than that. We still have 42 people following the show. Let's get it to 30 as soon as possible. In total, we have 141 people following the show, 42 on YouTube. The rest are shared between X and Facebook. Yeah, Oxius is saying thank you for taking Garnacho from us. Love you. Yeah, we love you too. And I hope you remember this comment. I hope you remember this comment. Yeah, Chelsea must buy a centre back, a new Mark Guehi or Konate from Liverpool, back up Levi Cole. Both actually anything close to Levi Cole. Levi Cole is unique. If we're signing Maguire, it'd be because we want a different profile of a player, not anything that can replace Levi Cole. It's really that simple. But that's my opinion anyway, and you should also look at that too. And that's love, Andre. Nice to see you. It's been a minute. I know this is not your first time here. Odeko Lushola says that Tariq is a good player who needs a playing time to build himself more because he got the potential. He needs to be playing. And as I've said before, I wouldn't like us to be out of selfishness decide to keep him because yeah, he's played here and there and showed and did well, and then not let him go to where he'd be playing as regularly as he should be playing and continue developing properly. I don't think it'd make any sort of sense. But thank you for saying that. And I have my bro, Zion from Blue Clouds Media. Thank you so much for finding the time to join the conversation. I hope you're doing well. Good morning to you too. Much love to you. You know how to trigger the command. It's exclamation mark BCM. If you don't, I'll trigger it in a bit when I get a chance so people can go check out the YouTube channel. Come on, hit the like button and also to subscribe. It's free. It takes just half a second. Yep. Constantine Dante, question for you. I think he had okay, that's the same question he had above. He reads, are you concerned about West Ham on Friday? The reason I asked, their coach is under pressure. I think we should beat them, no problem, but they might do a low block against us. But I don't see, have they changed Potter? Potter is still their manager. Isn't Potter West Ham's manager? Nobody on the panel is talking.
That's the manager, Potter.
Yeah,
All
so
right, yeah.
we'll be playing. You can say they always it's their approach is scattergun. You don't know what they're doing. They come across as confused, and Potter doesn't like to play with the CDM. I don't. I need to watch his West Ham United again, but dang it, last season when I watched them, they seemed so confused. You could argue one of the reasons why Kudus was quick to leave to leave the club. Um, but Dante, that question is for
And they
you.
even
Let's hear you.
they even lost. They lost their first game, right? So it seems 3-0 or something, or 3-1. It seems
Yeah,
they're not that good this season. I hope we meet them like that so that we can have our 3 points and go. Yeah,
yeah,
I
I hope
don't think
so.
they are good this season.
Dante, let's hear you. That question is for you. Did we lose Dante?
It seems he's no more here.
Yeah, he's not. Oh, connection issue. All right, Dante isn't here, but here's the thing. Football is played over 90 minutes plus added time. If they decide to do a low block, then yeah, we have a problem. But I can't remember him.
Kochila.
Yeah,
The thing is that doing a low block doesn't mean we will not win games. You see this Crystal
it just
Palace
makes it
Palace
difficult.
players. Yeah, it makes it difficult, but sometimes we do win low block. You see this Crystal Palace team. They are very huge. They are strong,
Well,
and they
dude,
were ready to win. Yes, very compact, and they were ready. They came for the 3 points. So I don't think that all the team that will come, to us with low block will be as same as Crystal Palace. Sometimes we win all this low block team. Now we have this Estavo. He can find his way inside the 18-yard box, and maybe magic will happen. So I don't see them as okay. Anytime we face a low block team, we are going to suffer or something like that. West Ham will not be a problem for us. We win the game.
I hope so. Listen, and I agree with you. It's not like we cannot beat low block clubs, teams maybe, but they just make it more difficult. We had the chance to actually beat Crystal Palace, and we're talking about the Crystal
Yes,
Palace that beat Manchester City in
yes,
the FA Cup, beat Liverpool in the Community Shield. They're that
yeah,
good. They're well
and
drilled.
and and not that we didn't create chance. We created chances, just that we didn't convert them. We didn't convert them. Had we converted them, all this thing will not be, a problem, will not be happening. All this question will not be happening, low block and not low block. The thing is that we created chances, but we didn't convert them. That's just it. West Ham will not be a problem. We'll beat them.
Yep. More likes, people. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes do go a long way. How many active participants here? We have 3 active participants. Odeku Olishala, 4. Rich Money Makers is active, and Love Andre is active, and Blue Clouds Media is active. But yeah, Blue Clouds Media, my bro. I think I'm going to remove him from the active participant to win the kit. I know even if he wins it, he'd say give it to someone else. But let's see what else we have here. We have okay. I'll check out this command here. He said, "Let us report from the Athletic Chelsea would like to add an attacking midfielder to the team." Yeah, and I heard something. I think Rogers. But thank you for that update. Yeah, that means we're not done this window. Actually, we really do want to win all the competitions that we will be participating in. The West Ham game is a done deal for us, according to my bro. But before that, this year, pay attention, people. Big up me. People go and subscribe to my bro's YouTube channel. The link is presented there. And whenever needs in the chat, if you're a moderator, just help me trigger the command ICM so that, it reminds people to go check out his YouTube channel. I hope it's a done deal indeed. Palace played with a back 5 and always double up with their attack on our players, and they are well drilled. Yeah, they were. They're very, very well drilled, honestly. But a lot of people don't want to look at that. They just know we played badly, but we were able to still create good enough chances to win the game, but we didn't. That's our Rich Money Makers responding to you. And and the Fakrul, I don't know how to pronounce your last name, but let me just stick with the first name. Is it Fakrul? I hope so. He says, what about Dacho Fofana? I haven't heard anything. The last time I heard something about something regarding his you could say definite departure from Chelsea. I can't quite remember what we addressed. We
To
addressed a
to
particular
to
report
Wolves. It seems to Wolves.
to
I
Wolves.
heard it's better to Wolves. Yeah, I heard it, but I don't know. I've not heard anything about it anymore
Yeah, other
since
than
that
that,
time till now.
nothing new, really. And once again, if you want to get a chance to win the kit, stay active, like the video, make sure you subscribe. And if you win it, you'd have to prove that you're a Chelsea fan to get the kit. Okay? We have just one. Okay, Blue Clouds Media doesn't count. Here's my bro there. We have Fakruf, we have Rich Money Makers, just 2 active participants there that will get a chance to win the kit once we do the draw. So I'll give people more chance to like the video, subscribe to the channel if they aren't subscribed already, and also stay active because we're gonna run the draw soon. We'll do the draw soon. IB says a big up to you too, IB. Nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for finding the time to join the conversation. And Rich Moneymaker says, come on and hit the like button, people. Let's get the likes up. 28, we can get it to 30 and a lot more. So where were we? Tariq George. Bobby, you've talked about Tariq George also. Victor, have you? I don't know. And Dante is still struggling with its internet connection. Walmart, not Walmart, he says McDonald's internet connection.
Yeah,
Good luck.
I've talked about Tariq George.
Okay.
I've talked about him, and I say that Chelsea will not hold. They will not keep all the players. Some will go, some will stay. Players that wants to leave should be allowed to leave, since our money is the price we want is guaranteed. So I don't think holding back players will do both the club and the player any good. So Tariq George is a young player. He has potentials and he needs to grow. So keeping him, I don't think it will, help him. And if he thinks that's going to another club will, do better for his career, that's the best thing to do. And yeah, if he wants
What
to
was
leave,
that saying
the
again?
door is always open.
If you love something, you let it free. Is that how you say it? What's that saying?
Exactly. I've forgotten how it's being said, but it's the same thing.
Something to
You
that
know,
effect.
yes. When someone says that you should allow him to leave, if you love that person, you allow him to leave too. So that's it. Tariq George wants to leave, so we should allow him to leave from Cobham. He's a Cobham graduate, so we love him and we should allow him to leave too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I see it. Good luck to him if he ends up leaving, but it doesn't look like he stays, and I don't think it makes sense for him to stay. I think he'd be better off leaving to continue developing. Rich Moneymakers says Chelsea have been handed a huge injury boost with Tosin Adarabi. You're expected back to training this week. Okay, and yeah, huge indeed. Okay, this one here, that's Vince quoting a report that he shared before, a report by Liam Tuomi, which reads the first one, the quoted report reads, for clubs in the Premier League, top half are understood to have inquired about Nicolas Jackson as well as numerous Champions League teams. And then the quote reads, Chelsea are not desperate to sell the Senegal international, but are prepared to do business at the right price. While they would like £80 million, they would likely engage with buyers at a lower figure as long as it remains within the broad price bracket. That's I'm not sure what that means. At which several other high-profile strikers have switched clubs this summer. I understood exactly. I do understand exactly what they're saying there, but I think it'd be better using a much simpler language there. But that's, by the way, and my bro here once again says Chelsea are not desperate to sell the Senegal international. I think the valuation is reflective of that, reflects that fact, in my opinion. The fact that we're asking for £80 million shows that, yeah, we're not looking to sell him, but if you want him, you'd have to you could say bring something that will turn our head before we start listening. We've always known that's the case, and we've talked about that 1,000 times. And thank you for highlighting that. If he stays, he makes us stronger. Yeah, if he leaves whatever club he joins, he makes that club better. It's really as simple as that. But thank you for understanding. Just in Arsenal, might go in for Christopher Nkunku because Arteta likes him coming from a top source. I wouldn't be surprised. But if Arsenal comes, I think we'll ask for a lot more money. And I hope they do. But I don't think he would want to go to Arsenal because to play in whose position? He I don't think he'd do that. Even Kai Havertz right now is in trouble, which was why I said boldly on X that I see him, uh, you could say, returning to Germany. Because your currency, if he starts firing on all cylinders, that's it for Kai Havertz. He's going to play, but probably not enough to be content because he sees himself as a top player. And Bayern, I think, would come with him, will come for him because he's German and they like signing German players. And they've always wanted him, actually. But that's, by the way, Dante, where do you want to come in? Did you miss anything? No, I think the comment, the report before this one was about Tariq George, but this is about Nicolas Jackson right now. We're not pushing. We're not, you can say, desperate to sell him. I think we've always known that's the case. But the question is, does he want to stay? It doesn't look like he wants to stay. Given, you can say, I think if you remember the last time Fabrizio talked about him, something it's over between Jackson and the club because they both parties agree. Yeah, it'd be good to part ways because he wants to feel important, whatever that means. At a club like Chelsea, we shouldn't be relying on a single striker. I'm not even going to go to the extent of judging, you can say, how many chances he missed. I'm sticking by the fact that he broke Didier Drogba's record in his first season. That's important to pay attention to, and he can only get better. But that's, by the way, my point is, if he doesn't want to compete, for me, bye, Felicia. But let's hear you, Dante.
Yeah, look, yeah, sorry, I got disconnected, and then my son rang from overseas as well, so I was speaking to him. So
Ooh, okay,
I had a bit
that's
of trouble getting
important.
back on, but it took a while to load. I'm not sure why, but anyway, it's back on now. So, yeah, coach, look, like, yeah, pretty much that way. We didn't want to sell him. We wanted him to stay. He wanted to stay at first, but if an opportunity arises that we can't really, the money's too good and we can't say no, well then, we'll try to sell him, and he would probably then also go if he's guaranteed somewhere. Like say Newcastle come in for him, and he's guaranteed, to be maybe their starting forward. Well, then he'll probably he'll probably be inclined to join as well. Plus, he'll get probably a nice pay rise as well, maybe. So, and
If
of
he
course,
joins where,
Newcastle.
you think they give him a pay rise?
Well, when you move clubs and you sign, there's always
But
bonuses.
yeah,
First
I'm
of
saying,
all,
but they're probably not going to be a lot.
no, it will be a little bit, but it still makes a big difference because you're going to get a lot of usually bonuses. His agent, his and money as well, and you always get bonuses when you sign for another club. So he's going to make more money as well. Every time you move, you make more money. That's why a lot of players move these days a lot, because you do make more money when you move these days. So most occasions, not always, but most of the times, you're going to make more money. So there's that as well. But look, if he stays and competes, I'm very happy. If he decides to go and we get a good offer that the club accepts, then they think it's feasible then to let him go. Well, we're going to do that as well. So either way, it's a win-win for Chelsea Football Club in the end.
But the
So
fact that it's out there reflects the fact that, yeah, he wants to leave.
yeah, look, he's always said he doesn't want to leave. He wants to stay. So he's
But
done the
at the
interview.
time, we knew that eventually
Yeah.
he'd start pushing to leave because, yeah, listen, I don't know. He just doesn't want to compete. He wants to be the main guy. We don't do that at Chelsea. You become the main
Well,
guy by competing with those you're
we don't
supposed
know
to
that,
compete with
coach.
and prove that you should be starting over them. But
Well,
go
we don't
ahead.
know that. How do we know that? We don't know that's what he wants, and you'll be a fool to think that. So I don't think he would want. He's always said he wants to compete and earn that spot. So yeah, I think he can do that if he wants. He can stay and do it. But of course, depends the chat he's had with Maresca. If he's gonna get that opportunity, he would get out that opportunity if he stays. But does he want to fight through that and try to do it? From what he's said, always been consistent that he does want to do that. So I'm just going from what he says always, in interview he did and the stuff he said in preseason, and even not too long ago now. Again, he reiterated the same point that he doesn't mind. He wants to stay and he can fight for the position, no problem. Now, like I said, it's then becomes a business issue for the club as well. Well, if we're going to get 60 million, 70 million, maybe more, maybe less, well, that's a massive profit on the books as well. So that helps us for next season for other signings. So you got to look from a business point of view as well. So yeah, look, like I said, either way, it's a win-win for Chelsea. He stays, we've got more depth. He competes. He leaves, we get a big fee for him, and we've got more money for next season to invest or in January whenever we need it. So yeah, look, either way, it's a win-win. So I'm fine with it either way.
Yeah, if he stays, he makes us stronger. If he leaves, we'll be weakened a bit, but not seriously weakened. We just, again, especially if our two new rivals in João Pedro and Liam Delap, if they do well, then we're good. But I hope he stays. The possibility is still there. I think Nkunku's departure alone would have room enough to accommodate Xavi Simmons. That's important to me. Um,
Yes, and that's another reason why registration issues as well. Yes.
All right, thank you. And here we have just a pretty cool guy. It's on a rumor going to Manchester City, possibly, but there's no way to know. We no new updates yet, in my opinion. And we have this guy again. Thus is the season of part-time players converting to full-time. This season is final straw. K-Walk for fun and Lavia put up a leave. I think that's it. This season is, yeah, the last opportunity for him. And he doesn't know how to shut up either. You can say always makes, you can say cryptic comments on social media and all that. I think, yeah, probably he's risking a lot. And Felicia C of Football Mania with Felicia. That's my friend, actually. It's been a minute. My friend Felicia. We haven't talked for a while. I do hope you're doing well. But nice to see you once again. Thank you so much for reposting the stream. I appreciate you. And Barry here. If nobody wants Jackson, Let's keep him. Yeah, I'm not gonna say why I'm laughing. Ebele just wants to participate and stay active to get a chance to win the kit. But good luck to you, Ebele. I hope you all love. Here's 10 people. How many people do we have active? One, two, three, four, five active. Angel Panesia Ata is active. Just pretty cool guy is active. IB is active. Richmond and Mecca is active. Ibere active. Five active participants that will get a chance to win, and we'll be doing the draw in about 3 minutes or so. I hope I don't forget. And listen, to get a chance to win, you have to like the video. You have to be a subscriber, and also if you win it, you'd have to prove that you're a Chelsea fan before you get the cash equivalent of the Club World Cup jersey. That's the home jersey with the Club World Cup badge or the jersey itself. Well, thank you. Jackson is good. Is a good player. Michael Olushola Odeku, but he brought this pressure at himself due to. I don't care about the misses. I've always known he missed a lot, and I've said, again, he should just learn. He should learn how to be shoot instinctively because most of the chances he missed, in my opinion, down to the fact that he hesitates to shoot, and by the time he shoots, the opposition player closes up the space that he had. Again, he had to shoot in those occasions. But that's by the way. Let's see, and I don't think he's leaving though. I think he leaves. Keep staying active, Evere. Kachila is the only person to switch employers club and not ask for money. Just leave me alone, IB. Seriously. I don't think any club will be paying 80 million for Jackson, though it's a price placed to just suit us away. I think I agree with that. The valuation simply shows, yeah, we're not desperate to sell him, but if you want him, pay up. It's really doesn't. But either way, it is a win-win. I agree with you. And Angel Panesia Ata. It's so early over here. Thanks for waking me up with a video. Sorry about that, but again, glad that you're enjoying it. Jackson, in my opinion, should stay because the three strikers are totally different in playing style. That's an excellent point. Jackson, a bit, you could say, Jackson completely different from Liam Delap, but a bit similar to you can say he's more of a hybrid number 9, just like João Pedro. They differ, you can say, in overall skill set. I'd say, yeah, yeah. I think I agree with you. They're not all the same. If Jackson stays, you can say he'd be a direct competition for João Pedro, not necessarily Liam Delap. They can both actually start in the same game, or if the manager prefers to go with one striker, dependent, again, it comes down to the opposition. But yeah, let's move on to the next item. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. 34 likes, that's a good number. Yeah, because whenever we stream in a vertical format, we get a lot of views, but we don't get a lot of likes because, yeah, it's a novice format to a lot of people who are interested in Chelsea related topics. But here's what you do: press and hold your screen for just about a second. You see the option to share, comment, and like the video. But this, I think, Dante, we've always known that this is the case. This reason, due to FFP reasons, it's currently not possible for Aston Villa to pay over £60 million for Nicolas Jackson. If anything, it would have to be a loan deal. Villa are keeping a close eye on the situation until the deadline day, as Unai Emery is
That's,
keen to bring him. But here's the
that's,
thing: that's
that's
where Morgan Rogers comes in. Bobby, go ahead. Yeah, it
exactly.
looks like you're eager to speak about this one.
Exactly. That's not our problem. Their financial situation is their business. And if they want to do a deal with Morgan Rogers, I think it's worth listening to. Anything outside that, they should jog on. We're not interested. What do we care if they can't afford 60 million? What's that got to do with us?
Yeah, we don't care, and that I like it when Bobby talks speak like that about such situation. But Dante, let's hear your thoughts.
Yeah, look, they're all looking for an opportunity. Like most clubs will be looking for that. You're going to get a lot of offers, I think, for a loan for these players because it's an opportunity for some of these clubs. And yeah, they can't buy anyone for that expensive. They have PSI issues. They can't do that. They need to sell. So Yeah, that's why they want a loan. It'll be perfect for them alone. But obviously, I don't think we would accept that. So we want to sell. They just don't have the fund. The funds. They have the funds. It's not about buying them out. It's just they don't have the you know PSI issues. They can't do that. They can't sign players that expensive if they have to move players first. So there's only one club. That's why I keep going back to Newcastle. There's only one club that will have the money and will have the space.
But
If
they
it's
will have to sell Isaac first.
And that's looking more and more likely as each day passes. And I don't think he'll play for that club anymore. It's been pretty much made clear that's the case. So from him and from the club, so he will probably get moved. From what I saw, Liverpool bid a new bid, 140 million, I think, and that's a lot of money. I don't think they'll turn that
Dang
down.
it,
So
140.
yes, so I don't think they will turn that down. That's what they wanted from the start, and most likely that will happen now. He'll probably go to Liverpool if that's true, and they bid that much. They can't turn that down. That's exactly what they wanted. So if that happens, well, then they're going to have money, no problem, and they're going to have need for a striker. And there's no better striker with the same profile like Isak than Jackson probably does what he does. Besides the finishing, but all the way they play, their style, the link up, the running to space, dropping deep, connecting. Yeah, but Jackson would be perfect for that. So, and they will have the money to do it, no problem. So, I think that will most likely happen as the window winds down. I think that's the one to look for because they would be cashed up. They can afford to buy two strikers basically, which they probably will need because, like I said, there are the striker left as well. So um, they should have the money comfortably to do that deal, no problem.
Yeah, do you think with that you could say because I read something suggests we're still looking at Morgan Rogers, even not as an alternative to Xavi Simmons. I think that leaves open the possibility of us getting him.
No, I don't think so. I think he's been on our list because obviously his age profile, but compared to Javi Simmons, no, Javi Simmons all day for me. Very big difference in player. He's more of a power runner with the ball. Morgan Rogers in that 10 position. Yeah, I don't think he's not quite that technical. He's more of a
It's
power.
not as good as a 10 as Xavi
Not
Simmons.
even close. No, no.
Hmm.
He's more of a power runner. Runs with the ball. Powerful, strong, tall guy. Can play if you really need him. Can play sort of a striker as well, second striker. But it's not what we need, in my opinion. I think Javi Simmons is much more important than Morgan Rogers. And no, Morgan Rogers has been valued at £90 million from Aston Villa. They don't need to sell him. And if they do, they want the same. They want a £90 million for him because of his age, contract, etc. So, yeah, I don't think that would happen. I don't see that happening. I don't think he suits us that well currently with the players we have. I think Javi Simmons is way more important, that type of profile, than Morgan Rogers right now.
All right, I'm going to skip to the very bottom. I can't read everything we have in the chat here. Jackson is a good player too, but he brought this pressure. I think we've addressed that. And I don't think he's believing though. Let's see. IB says Kachila is, yeah, I think we've addressed that one. That one from Ebere. This one for Andrew Panesia Atawi did address. I think we've addressed all those comments. Wesley Fofana isn't really ready for the West Ham game according to my sources. Okay, they will not be putting Wesley Fofana, Romeo Lavia on a Champions League resignation. Okay. In some intense games, Jackson will be a better supporting striker. Yeah, that's a good argument there. Aston Villa cannot afford Jackson, though. I think only Newcastle can. Yeah, that's the truth. And Tobias here says Xavi Simmons will be a great asset to the team. Creativity needed. Yeah, more creative outlets and reduces the creative burden on Cole Palmer. Yes, yes. So what do we have here? Surprised nobody is asking about, and Salmino a run out in one of the Cubs will be a good place to start to introduce him into the team. It looks like he's staying. We have a lot of players to get rid of. We need it to be fast, so Javi Simmons deal will be done, and that's according to Ebere. What do we have here? And Quote Joseph saying Javi is a better player than Rodgers. Yep, yeah. Don't be surprised if Newcastle will go after Nick world teammate. Will it happen? I don't think so. If Bayern aren't able to get him, maybe Bayern's case is different because what's his name? They didn't want to sell it to what's his club against Stuttgart?
Stuttgart, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they didn't want to sell him to or you could say a rival. Javi is better. Yeah, I agree. Bobby, were you saying something?
Yeah. Wow. I was saying if it's true that Liverpool bid or are even thinking of bidding up to 140 million for Isak, um, we should be hearing about that now. I'm not saying it's not, it's not something that they would consider doing. We all know that they can throw money uh, at something whenever they feel they want to, and then start poking their fingers up at anybody else who's doing exactly the same thing through their shady pundits. But 140 million is such a large number that it's not something that would be quiet by now. So I don't know, I don't know who's saying that, but it's not a formal channel yet.
Yeah.
No, it's not official. It's just just people saying that. I haven't seen it on official sources, no, but they're saying that they're doing that. They're getting that bid ready and it's ready to go. So that's what they want to do. So because that's what Newcastle wanted to sell Isak in the first place, and apparently they're ready to offer
At
that. They did
150.
offer 120 and they turned it down. So
Gosh, 140
But Bankit, his behavior though.
is 140 for Isak. Wow, that's just way overpriced. That's too much.
it is, but that's their valuation. That's what they want, and if Liverpool want to pay that, well, if they're ready to pay that, they've got the money apparently to do that. So if they got the money to do that, well, then no problem. It doesn't matter prices. Prices, whatever people wants to pay for if they think he's worth it, well, then they go for it.
All right, I'm gonna catch up with what we have here. This one, I don't think we need responses for this. We've always known we don't want the Neymar. Goalkeeper is not the position that Chelsea are looking to strengthen this summer, and as such, they are not a suitor for Gianluigi Donnarumma. The Prince is here. The Prince, nice to see you. Big up Kuchila, big up everyone. Just stay active in the chat, and that's it. 140 million, yeah, that's a lot of money. We don't need to talk about Donnarumma. Valencia CF has made an offer for Chelsea defender Ben Chilwell. Whether he accepts that, I don't know. I think he should. But he said if they're gonna pay, they'd have to probably pay him a lot more before he accepts leaving England. IB says 140, 141, 140 for Isaac. Keep and play Nico for one more season, then sell for 90 million. They might well want to do that, but I don't know. To me, patience is everything. The owners, the board, the management, and the fans, has done extremely well. So we should be patient. Then, yeah, we should be patient. I agree with you. What else do we have here? Chelsea would also like to add an attacking midfielder to Maresca's squad. Informal talks continue with RB Leipzig. Javi Simmons and Aston Villa star Morgan Rogers is highly rated by decision makers at Stamford Bridge. Okay, no need to talk about that. Alejandro Garnacho remains a priority target to provide competition with Gittins as natural options on the left wing. The Argentine has ruled out all options other than moving to Stamford Bridge or staying at Old Trafford this summer on the bench, to be more specific. I think they eventually sell him to us for cheap, honestly. Anyone happy with Robert Sanchez? I am very happy with Robert Sanchez right now. And that hasn't changed. I think he can only get better. Goalkeepers age like fine wine. Let's see. If Chelsea could afford Ben Chilwell, four more players, we could get both Xavi and Morgan, possibly. All right, let's go news hunting for a few minutes. We need to round up soon. I gotta go help my boys get ready for school because I'm alone. And I think if we've actually exhausted the items we have lined up, then fine. And this here from Vince reads, due to FFP reasons, it's currently not possible for Aston Villa to pay over 60 million. I think we've read that also. And this one here, 2 hours ago, Gary Neville, I don't want to listen to anything he's saying. Jamie Carragher, no, not my cup of tea. There's a promise from Chelsea. I think we've addressed everything here. So I'm going to run the draw right now. That's anything else you guys want to we'll talk about.
No, I think you've covered pretty much everything, so all good.
Okay. Let me see. Okay, enroll Nick Fat and the Prince. And let me see, what is it doing here? We don't need more than one winner here. All right. Yeah, more than
You're
one,
gonna
just
give away
one
more
winner.
shirts, coach.
No, I have. What the heck? We don't need more than one winner. I think Nick Fadley. Let me see. Did he announce anything in the chat?
I don't think he did. No, I don't.
Can you check it?
Your system is. I see. Yes, yes. He's said yes there once.
Did he
I think
say Nick
that's it.
Fadley? Did he announce Nick Fadley as a winner?
It announced the Prince and Nick Fadley as a winner. Yes.
No, the first one. The Prince
The
was
first one,
was a
Fadley. Yes.
mistake.
Yes.
Where's it?
That's
Well,
the
I
first
can't
one.
see it.
That's what he says, Coach. Nick
Yeah, the
Fadley, the
Prince
first.
one was a mistake. The first one was the correct one. And you heard me when I say, um, yeah, when I said no, we cannot have two winners. So the winner is Nick Fadley. Congratulations, Nick Fadley. You won the giveaway. Yeah. So Nick Fadley will wins the Chelsea kit with the Club World Cup badge, and I think I'll spread it out. I did promise the community a giveaway after the birth of my daughter, and she's doing fine. That's my body always wants to be with me. So I will do that. I don't know whether I'd be a shirt or maybe a cash giveaway, something like $50 or so, but we'll figure that out in a few days. So Nick Fadley, congratulations to you. If you're listening, you're the winner of the kit. So reach out to me via Instagram or X, and we'll talk. Yep. So Nick Fadley, congratulations. The statement is
Congrats,
there.
Nick.
Sorry.
I'm just saying congratulations to Nick. Yes.
Yeah. All right, Bobby. Anything else you want to talk about?
Nothing at the moment. I think we've checked through everything. I thought we would maybe give a little opinion on Ansel Mina.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You
Looks
can talk about. You can take a few
like
minutes
Toby's
and
won
talk
as well,
about it.
Coach. How many people you still?
No, the machine is just going on
Nobody's
its
still
own.
giving
But
away shirts.
no, the only winner is Nick Fadley. We're not giving away three. We want two. No, Tob S didn't win anything. It's one winner, please. Maybe Tob S. Good luck next one. It's the machine that's doing that. So Nick Fadley is the winner for today. Go ahead, Bobby.
Yeah, Ansel Mina. I think he's a player worth looking at. I know it's probably likely his first sort of appearances will be in the cups, but if he fulfills his promise, he may be one to watch.
It looks like he's gonna stay. We haven't heard anything with regards to movements that suggest he
No.
goes out alone.
Yeah, I mean, as I'm saying, someone has to stay. You can't. Football is not about your first 11 to 13 players. Those days are gone. You need your 28-man squad, minimum 26. For a club like Chelsea, it has to be 28. So he looks like he's definitely staying. We have too many injury prone defenders not to stock up a little bit in that area. I mean, he's had an injury himself. How often that happens, we don't know. So it'll be interesting to see. The only thing that will make him go off on loan is if Maresca starts to feel he's not quite ready to start to cut the mustard.
And he's listed on the club's website.
Yes, he is. He is, but then so is Nkunku, so is Jackson, and those two are still in the balance. But yeah, he is. Uh, I think the greater the squad depth, the better. I mean, I don't listen to fools like Gary Neville anymore, really. But if you look at what he's saying about the competitions that we're in and how he's talking up Man United's chance of finishing top four, you could see that the squad depth to be able to deal with the level of competitions that we're going to want to deal with is crucial, very crucial indeed.
Yeah, thanks so much. I think yes, and I want him to stay. He can be physical. He's good. I wouldn't say he's excellent on the ball. I need to pay attention more to that aspect of his game. And but people, sorry, I have to go get my boys get ready for school. I'm at home alone today with them because yeah, their mom is on call at the hospital. So guys, please, I can yeah, we can have 39 likes and we still have 73 people following the show. That shouldn't be happening. We should be doing a lot better than that. But thank you for saying that, my bro. I appreciate you. And people, go check out Nee's YouTube channel. A big shot to subscribe. Let's help him get to 10,000 subscribers as soon as possible. And Japanesha Ata says, I think Sanchez is being more vocal, and that alone has done more good because his confidence will will lead to him making less errors. I agree with you. Precious Ike Chiku, please they should buy him. Let's see what happens. And we'll do a giveaway soon to fulfill the promise. It's been more than a year since I promised something. Again, the birth of my daughter at the time, so she's 1 year plus right now. So I will fulfill that. I will decide whether it be another kit or maybe you could say shit like if the kit is 60, if $100, then do $250 giveaway. So to reach more people, to make more people happy than just one individual. I learned that from Victor Berry, actually. But thank you to all
What,
of you for
what was,
finding it.
just
Go
quickly,
ahead.
what's the state of the Tosin injury?
Um, the Rich Moneymaker did say in the chat some good news that he would recover very soon. I don't know, can't quite remember how soon. He did say it's good news. He did present it as a good news. So which means he'd be available for selection soon. How soon I don't know.
Okay,
Probably next game he would be
Maybe,
available.
yeah, probably next game, yeah.
that's
Because Maresca did say that it was nothing serious, didn't
okay.
Yeah,
he?
no, he felt something, and they just took precautionary not to go ahead.
Exactly.
So it was just a strain, and usually a few days. Worst case, he might miss because it's an early kickoff. It's Friday. Obviously, it's not on Sunday or something like that. So maybe, but the week after, 100%. But even this week, I think he's probably going to be there.
Yeah. So, all right, people, thank you so much for finding the time to be part of the conversation for today's edition of the Blue Morning Show. I do hope you're doing well. Thank you to Ebere for joining. Victor, thank you to Precious Ikechiku for joining. Anya Jelpanesia Ata, thank you for joining our Colombian friend. I remember you're from Colombia. Correct me if I'm wrong. Smart Matosh, thank you so much for joining the conversation. Who else? And my bro, Zion from the Blue Clouds Media. IB, thank you for joining the conversation. Tob S, Wally Waldo, all of you. And if I miss your name, apologies. I'm only human. See you guys next time. God bless us all. And cheers.
Cheers, guys. Take care.
Still blue. Footsteps on Fulham Road, moonlight on my pride. Wore this badge through highs and lows, never had to hide. Memories in Stamford breeze echo through my chest. Not every win is sweet, but I gave my all, no less. We sang through the rain, we danced through the pain. The pitch still remembers my name. Still blue through the silence and the roar. never faded at all. Jersey frayed at the seams, but it still feels right. Been through darkest nights, still shining bright. We bled in the game, we rose with no shame. The bridge still whispers my name. Still blue, every tear and every cheer. Still blue, with my voice loud and clear. I carry the pride of the shed and crew. Win or lose, I'm still blue. From Drogba's fire to Ritz's run, we stood tall under every sun. Through Abramovich nights to new days begun, this heart beats for only one. Still blue, even when they don't believe. Still blue, every year we grieve and dream. I carry the hope of the shed and crew, born for this, I'm still blue. Still blue. Footsteps on Fulham Road, moonlight on my pride. Wore this badge through highs and lows, never had to hide. Memories in Stamford breeze echo through my chest. Not every win is sweet, but I gave my all, no less. We sang through the rain, we danced through the pain. The pitch still remembers my name. Still blue through the silence and the roar. Still blue even when we don't score. I carry the soul of the shed and crew. You can't shake me, I'm still blue. Still here, still true. Woke up to the chance, paint cracked on my wall, but the pride in my heart never faded at all. Jersey frayed at the seams, but it still feels right. Been through darkest nights, still shining bright. We bled in the game, we rose with no shame. The bridge still whispers my name. Still blue, every tear and every cheer. Still blue, with my voice loud and clear. I carry the pride of the shed and crew. Win or lose, I'm still blue. From Drogba's fire to Ritz's run, we stood tall under every sun. Through Abramovich nights to new days begun, this heart beats for only one. Still blue, even when they don't believe. Still blue, every year we grieve and dream. I carry the hope of the shed and crew, born for this, I'm still blue. Still blue. on Fulham Road, moonlight on my pride. Wore this badge through highs and lows, never had to hide. Memories in Stamford breeze echo through my chest. Not every win is sweet, but I gave my all, no less. We sang through the rain, we danced through the pain. The pitch still remembers my name. Still blue through the silence and the roar. Still blue even when we don't score. I carry the soul of the shedding crew. You can't shake me, I'm still blue. Still here, still true. Woke up to the chance, paint cracked on my wall, but the pride in my heart never faded at all. Jersey frayed at the seams, but it still feels right. Been through darkest nights, still shining bright. We bled in the game, we rose with no shame. The bridge still whispers my name. Still blue, every tear and every cheer. Still blue, with my voice loud and clear. I carry the pride of the shedding crew. Win or lose, I'm still blue. From Drogba's fire to Reetz's run, we stood tall under every sun. Through Abramovich nights to new days begun, this heart beats for only one. Still blue, even when they don't believe. Still blue, every year we grieve and dream. I carry the hope of the shedding crew, born for this, I'm still blue. Still blue. Still blue. Footsteps on Fulham Road, moonlight on my pride. Wore this badge through highs and lows, never had to hide. Memories in Stamford breeze echo through my chest. Not every win is sweet, but I gave my all, no less. We sang through the rain, we danced through the pain. The pitch still remembers my name. Still blue through the silence and the roar. Still blue even when we don't score. I carry the soul of the shedding crew. You can't shake me, I'm still blue. Still here, still true. Woke up to the chance, paint cracked on my wall, but the pride in my heart never faded at all. Jersey frayed at the seams, but it still feels right. Been through darkest nights, still shining bright. We bled in the game, we rose with no shame. The bridge still whispers my name. Still blue, every tear and every cheer. Still blue, with my voice loud and clear. I carry the pride of the shedding crew. Win or lose, I'm still blue. From Drogba's fire to Ritz's run, we stood tall under every sun. Through Abramovich nights to new days begun, this heart beats for only one. Still blue, even when they don't believe. Still blue, every year we grieve and dream. I carry the hope of the shed and crew, born for this, I'm still blue. Still blue. Still blue. Footsteps on Fulham Road, moonlight on my pride. Wore this badge through highs and lows, never had to hide. Memories in Stamford breeze echo through my chest. Not every win is sweet, but I gave my all, no less. We sang through the rain, we danced through the pain. The pitch still remembers my name. Still blue through the silence and the roar. Still blue even when we don't score. I carry the soul of the shedding crew. You can't shake me, I'm still blue. Still here, still true. Woke up to the chance, paint cracked on my wall, but the pride in my heart never faded at all. Jersey frayed at the seams, but it still feels right. Been through darkest nights, still shining bright. We bled in the game, we rose with no shame. The bridge still whispers my name. Still blue, every tear and every cheer. Still blue, with my voice loud and clear. I carry the pride of the shed and crew. Win or lose, I'm still blue. From Drogba's fire to Ritz's run, we stood tall under every sun. Through Abramovich nights to new days begun, this heart beats for only one. Still blue, even when they don't believe. Still blue, every year we grieve and dream. I carry the hope of the shed and crew, born for this, I'm still blue. Still blue. Still blue. Footsteps on Fulham Road, moonlight on my pride. Wore this badge through highs and lows, never had to hide. Memories in Stamford breeze echo through my chest. Not every win is sweet, but I gave my all, no